Alright, Big Show versus Big Kaz. This is going to be a shark cage match. Enzo Amore is going to be in the shark cage above the ring, hovering above these two behemoths, Big Show versus Big Kaz. I can honestly tell you that besides the fact of the shark cage feature, Big Show versus Big Kaz seems like a Monday Night Raw co-main event. It does not feel like a match that needs to be held on SmackDown. I will tell you that I was somebody that was hook, line, and sinker with the Enzo and Big Kaz heel turn. I think that honestly, the way that they, had Big Kaz turn on Enzo. They had Enzo come out and basically apologize to Big Kaz when they got back together, and then had Kaz immediately turn on Enzo again, putting him in the dirt. I fell for that. But I also knew that around the corner we were going to be getting the tag team of Enzo and Big Show. I don't follow the story. I think that honestly they should have just cut ties and gone in separate directions. Yes, there's no way that people are going to believe Enzo versus Big Kaz. But then again, even though Big Show is saved for sort of special situations where they break him out for WrestleManias, they break him out for SummerSlams, he's not officially retired. I guess that if you go to house shows, he wrestles on the house shows a lot. He's just a guy that's not put on television. I think that honestly, Big Show's been around for so long and he's done just about everything. He is not a believable character to me anymore. I've seen too many of his losses. I know that when he's put in spots in order to make people look good, and it just doesn't work for me anymore. I've been around the bend as a wrestling fan too long. I think that honestly this match, fingers crossed, could be a twist. WWE Shop, yes, has put a lot of the Enzo and Kaz merch on clearance, but they honestly haven't put everything on clearance. So normally when teams break up, like American Alpha, almost immediately you see that shit just get out of there. Enzo and Kaz were two guys that sold a lot of t-shirts, sold a lot of sweatshirts, sold a lot of coffee mugs, fake hair, this, that, and the other. I'm wondering if it's a possibility. We have seen these shark cage matches used a few times. I remember them being at the NXT. I believe it was in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament, where it was Paul Ellering in the cage above the ring when it was what are those guys' names? They're injured. TM61, the Australian tag team, something close to that, as well as the Authors of Pain. They were going at it in there, and Ellering dropped the chain down. Even though that he was put in the shark cage to try and keep him out of the match, he was still involved. And I think that they've used the cage another time. Oh, with Jericho, Owens, and whoever Owens was fighting against. I can't remember. Basically trying to keep Jericho out of the match. And even that was something that they were not able to keep Jericho away. In this match, I'm wondering if there's a possibility that Enzo is able to get out of the cage, and in order to stay with his best friend Big Kaz, turn on the Big Show, and then they would be able to reunite as the certified G's, or just Enzo and Kaz, or whatever you talk about them as. I don't really see this having a finish of Kaz beating Big Show, and then having Enzo just above the ring. That doesn't make sense to me. I guess Kaz could knock out Big Show and then operate the crane to bring the shark cage down, and then basically Enzo inside of the shark cage is the sitting duck where he gets beat up yet once again. I know that Enzo is in trouble. There's a lot of bad stories coming out in podcasts and interviews, basically telling things about Enzo that says that he's not one of the most loved superstars backstage. But when it comes down to it, I think that putting Enzo and Kaz back together, even if it is as a heel tag team or just as a heel stable, where Kaz still is able to wrestle singles matches and Enzo's in his corner, or just a part of the team is running his mouth. I think that's just where they should put that together. I'm not looking for a lot from this match, but that heel turn from Enzo is going to make or break it for me.